Do you think it's scripted from your point of view? Do you think the NBA
I do
is
think
scripted?
it's scripted. It has to be scripted. I think they paying y'all niggas to keep it quiet.
Y'all niggas are them niggas.
Who? Because I
Y'all
don't have no
niggas are them
checks.
niggas.
I don't have no checks.
Because if they was paying me, you wouldn't see me right now.
What do you think led you to go overseas?
Khloe Kardashian.
And it's like you get to a certain point, everybody hits a wall where you don't make it. It's the people who fight through that and get past that. Those are the ones that are successful. So a lot of people out there, if you watching right now and you struggling, just keep on going, bitch.
Yeah, I got like 6 slots. It's like you can feel this is seat number 1. So it's 6 of those. Not just one girl gonna see my vision, one woman.
6 men.
It's like it's gotta be a lot of visions. It's gotta be a lot of people to see where we going.
He need the Avengers.
Yeah, man, we taking on the universe. We are universal. This is not the city or the world.
Why the kings only had the one queen?
Because a queen, by definition, is the king's whore. There's no such thing as a queendom. It's a brothel.
Welcome to the greatest podcast ever, Above the Rim with Dwight Howard. And today we got something crazy for you. Ooh, woo. But before we get started, I need you guys to hit the like button and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know who you want on the show next, because it's time to get you. We finna get right to it. But before we get started, before we introduce our guests, I got a surprise for them too today. Cause we got some gangsters in the building. Yeah. We got the push-up boys in the building. The push-up boys, they been doing. The push-up boys, they been doing. I do 500 push-ups a day, face ass. But before we get started,
that sounds like a lot of hate. Don't it sound like hate?
This sounds like a challenge.
okay?
Wow.
Yeah.
That just sounds like a challenge.
Put your hand down.
It's
You got your hand down.
trying too hard.
You got shades on.
Oh man, I can't get them. They got shades. Oh man. Oh
Where your
my
shades
God.
at?
We are back with
Stop
another.
reading off the script. Speak for your
No,
heart, nigga.
no, you don't
With
even
your
know
chest.
what I'm
Say
doing.
with your chest.
Got
Nigga,
the little
look,
Let
chest
me do my
now.
own introduction.
Come on,
What's up,
Superman.
y'all?
Hold up, you don't even know what I'm doing.
Y'all, you about to give a bullshit
No,
introduction.
I
Hey,
ain't about. Go ahead, since you think you
he
know.
beautiful. He handsome. He great. He took over the internet. Give it up for King Batch, y'all.
Whoa!
I do my own shit. You
He
was
doing
reading
his
off
own
things.
shit.
This was you.
You had to look up all your accomplishments.
No, I ain't have to look up your accomplishments. Actually,
He's still looking.
no, actually, because it was about something I wanted to.
Nah,
See,
you're not gonna
you
get
try
me,
hard.
dog.
You try hard.
You're not gonna get me,
You try too hard. Thirsty.
I tried
Thirsty.
too hard, but man, we got the UNC legend in the building himself, the push-up master, Rashad McCants.
They call me Larry, man. They call me Larry now. You know what I'm saying?
Push-up master, put one
Yeah,
arm up.
you
gotta
know,
put
you
both
know how
arms.
you know what I'm saying.
He put the other one up, the mic going forward.
Yeah, it's too much going on over here, man. I wear a little shirt
You know,
today.
Rashad, I must say, man, after just watching your progression from basketball to what you're doing now, it's incredible to
yeah.
see.
Oh, yeah.
And just how you just take it and just run with it. You don't care about what nobody say. You don't care about nobody's feelings. It's like you living in your truth. And I think both of y'all do that at a high level. So
Oh, man.
is that from your upbringing?
No, for sure. It's just watching people succeed and fail at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And then learning from their mistakes. And I think when you do succeed at a young age, I consider myself one of the prodigies like yourself. We come through the ranks of the AAU system where you're expected to be number one. You in your position, you do your thing, right?
Yeah.
And then you get to the pinnacle where you got to prove yourself. You see some of your peers go here. You kind of stuck in a situation where there's either an excuse or you got to fight through it and just, you know, and then you see your peers keep going and then you take that break. And that break can be seen as the big failure, the drop off, you're a bust, you're all that type of shit until you come back. And this is the reinvention of seeing somebody like him appear and then take over
In a whole new space.
and that in a whole new space, and that became motivation to guys who are like former athletes trying to find a space. We still not just want to be entertaining, but we want to be informative. We want to teach, and I think Divine Space and everything y'all was doing early on gave it opportunity for
guys
personalities like yours to be like,
yeah.
yo, let's go out here and be fun. And I think here we are now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I would agree with that, man. Just watching you and obviously you're crazy, yeah.
Crazy. We did one TV show together.
Blackish.
We did Blackish together.
Blackish was really good, you know, just to actually see you in your element, you know what I'm saying, was good for me. Cause, you know, watching you and saying, man, I want to be like a King Botched, just taking what he's doing to a whole new level and he's just being himself. And a lot of times we get criticized for being ourselves. You know, people take that and, nah, we want you to do it this way, we want you to do it that way, but you have built an empire and it's global.
Yeah.
I think the key to that is, like, you hear everybody say, like, man, don't worry about what everybody says. And of course, we're all human, so we're going to see, like, what people are saying. But we really have to, like, if your circle is tight, you keep your people around, then it don't matter what anybody say. It don't matter what critics say, you know, because they be saying some crazy shit about you. And and I'm just like, come on, man. He's a good guy. Bro, I watched you on that military show.
Yeah, special
Facts. He was different. He was different.
You did your thing on that.
He was built
Y'all-
for that.
both
You
of
was
y'all
built for
should do
that.
it.
Was it really crazy like that?
I promise you it's the best thing I ever did.
Really?
I know you could do it for a fact.
I just
Come
did,
on, man.
I just did 10 years, man. I ain't about to do no more time
it's 10
struggling,
days.
doing nothing.
It's 10 days.
Ah, man, I was down and out for too long. I don't want to struggle doing nothing else.
It's
I'm
not-
kicking
it-
my feet
it
up
won't
and
be
down
no
out.
struggle. It'll be just what you just said about how you had to go from this place where you had to reinvent yourself.
Right.
So by doing what I did on Special Forces, I realized no matter what area of my life, I can reinvent myself.
Yeah, facts.
So that really helped me out because obviously basketball is one task. Like you said about being a prodigy and coming up, and everybody's expecting you to be this type of player. But now adding this Special Forces in where we getting tear gas, set on fire, writing death letters to our families, having to fight each other,
You gotta say spoiler alert.
yeah, no, this is real.
They already,
No, I'm
they already
saying.
showed it, I think.
Oh yeah, they did show it.
This is real. So it's like, I think what it showed us is that whatever the mission is, we can accomplish it if one, we're unified, and then one, in ourselves, we're unified, where our mind, our body, and our spirit are one. And we moving like that. And it's a tough place to get to in the world that we live in because they don't want us to become one with ourselves.
Right.
They want us to be whatever they want us to be. And I don't live by that code. And that's, y'all don't either. And that's why we are at the place where we're at.
Facts.
So let me ask you a question. When you was crying, were those real tears or you was
I
doing
was
it for the
crying
views?
like shit. I don't know how to fake cry.
For real?
On my mama. I don't know how to fake cry. Everything on there was real, bruh.
But you did it, and you did it on Dancing with the Stars too.
Cause that shit was real, bruh. I
Damn.
cried when the shit hit me. I ain't
For
know
real.
like whatever you see is for real. Like in that moment, I cried cause on the you talking about where I had to go across the
Yeah.
That shit was scary, bro. It's 200 feet in the air. They're asking us to go across this tiny little rope like the little ropes that you seeing down there, and we had to go across. And so my body initially was like, bro, you tripping. You can
Scared
die.
you was gonna die? Because you could die?
Yeah, I could die. So, you know, I'm crying it out. But I'm like, fuck it. I got to keep going. And I just tried to do it. And as I'm out there, it's like, I ain't got no other choice but to keep going. I didn't make that one, though.
You know Batman never cried, though.
He's Superman though.
You right. No, I'm not Superman. But you right. Well, he right. Batman never cried. Well, no, he did. Well,
He cried a couple times. But
He cried
you know
in
when
the
his
car.
Parents, no, when his parents
He
died.
cried in the car.
When his parents died. His parents died, and he cried.
but that's, bro, in any area in life that, you know, we go through, I think we all, once we get to a level where we have a breakthrough,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
then we get to that new level. And I think just watching both of y'all, the stuff that you do on Gil's show, just how everybody views you as this one way, but instead of you focusing on that, you taking Rashad McCants to a whole new level from UNC, from basketball. I used to watch you growing up like, man, he got this pure jump shot. He got bounce. I'm going to UNC because he over there.
Yeah.
He was one of the reasons why I was big on UNC.
Facts. I
You know what I'm
remember.
saying?
Yeah.
So that was like crazy just to see that, and you come into the league and knowing how difficult the league is. What was the best years? That was it NBA, college, high school? Like, what was the best time for you?
Oh man, it had to be the 4 years in the NBA was special because I went through so much in those 4 years. I went through 3 different coaches. I went through a microfracture surgery.
Damn.
And then I went through dating a celebrity in the public eye, all in 4 years. And this is coming off of being, a national championship, going into a team that's rebuilding essentially with KG. And there wasn't a lot of expectation for me at the time because of the rebuilding situation. But for me, I had expectations for me. So just seeing that those 4 years kind of going through the injury, not meeting the expectation the first year, not getting a lot of playing time. I'm with Dwayne Casey. You know what I'm saying? He's an old school coach. He don't like to play young guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to sit and watch. When I did play, I was effective. So just, knowing that every step in the NBA can be detrimental to how they view you.
So speaking on that, you was on the pod, Boogie. You and Boogie was going back and forth, and you said if you had more minutes, you could have produced a certain level of productivity.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on that?
I don't know. The first thought was when he said something, I was like, nigga, you wasn't even in the league when I was in the league. So he had said something like, yeah, I played with you. And I'm like, no, you didn't, bro. But he didn't believe that I could average more than what I was averaging based on
15,
giving.
You was averaging 15 a game.
With like 27 minutes.
That's hard to do in the era that we was playing.
Hell yeah.
Because it was only like 11 players
was
averaging 20 at that time.
So
off the bench, 27 minutes, it was me, Jason Terry, Ginobili, J.R. Smith, Lou Will, maybe
this is all in
Nick Young. This is during that time
Dang.
where the six mans was like
it was
solid.
legit,
But it was JT and Ginobili. They had a bunch of those guys who were consistently 6 men and were not getting Nas Barbosa, all those guys. But
that's a lot.
Me I had confidence that I could actually do my thing. So it was never a confidence thing for me. I think that's what people hate about me is that I never shade away about my actual talent. I know what I can do.
Did the injury happen after that year that you averaged 15?
Nah, before.
It was before.
Yeah.
So you averaged. Oh, you averaged 15 after the microfracture.
After the microfracture.
That's tough in itself.
Yeah.
Because players don't really recover from that surgery.
Nobody was at the time except for Jason Kidd. He was the only one.
And you went to the same doctors.
I was supposed to because we had the same agent. I ended up staying with my team doctors who poked a hole in my knee, that was the reason why I had the microfracture in the first place. It wasn't supposed to be no microfracture. It was supposed to be a regular cleanup procedure so I can make it to summer league. The motherfucking doctor poked a hole in my knee, and I woke up. I was supposed to wake up in here 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Ticket was there at the foot of the bed when I woke up because we was all kicking it, and he was like, bro, I'm going to take you to the... I woke up. He was at the edge of the bed. The doctor was like, yeah, shawty, it's going to be 9 months. And I laughed, right? I'm still kind of high and shit. I'm like, he's like, I'm like, yeah, that's funny. He's like, no, seriously. Dang. He showed me the paper. It was like, this is the picture of the photo. He poked a hole right here.
And they messed it up.
Did he poke a hole on purpose?
Well, he was fishing around.
Okay.
And as a doctor, that wasn't the procedure for him to do that. So they ended up doing a microfracture that wasn't a part of the procedure
you
at
go
all.
back and get some money.
Tried.
What happened?
They denied me because they said that the investigation behind it could be collusion and I had to prove all these different points and all this shit. Yeah, it was too much going on.
Damn.
That's too much, bro.
Yeah, it was a lot. So then me coming back from that, knowing that I'm thinking I'm going to be locked in with the team because what they just did and they extended me. They picked up my player options. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to be here long term.
Yeah.
Who was this doctor?
It was a team doctor.
We got to poke a hole in his knee.
Yeah, shit's nasty out here, bro.
That's crazy.
So what was the
That's
transitioning
crazy,
point between that year, when you averaged 15, and afterwards? Like, what do you say you could have, what do you think led you to go overseas?
Khloe Kardashian.
Dang. You said she...
What?
I met her the year after I averaged that. that summer.
And she led you
Overseas?
to go overseas.
What was she doing?
It was because it was simply because that showed everybody that I can reach a certain level, and they started to hate, and everything started to go downhill. So by the summer of after my last year, I couldn't get no calls from other teams, tryouts. Motherfuckers was saying no, all kind of shit. So I had to go overseas for the simple fact that I was being blackballed.
Do you think it was a distraction type of thing?
I mean, look at everybody that's doing it now. I mean, they say the same thing for everybody now.
Yeah.
But I was one of the first. Is he taking it seriously? Because I'm trying to be King Batch at the same time. I'm trying to be, I'm trying to be Kendrick Lamar at the same time. We all try to do the same shit.
Back then it was not really, it wasn't accepted for us to want to do anything but play basketball.
Can't play.
We couldn't do music. They couldn't act. If it was anything outside of basketball, it was like you're not focused.
And why do you think it's changed now? What happened?
Because the world, everything is the social media. You know, a lot of players get picked and drafted off their social media status.
Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
You know, he made it very trendy because his swag, delivery, and his culture influence, right? Back then, it was hard to place that with a new guy who ain't really got a foot in the market. But you a star guy who can rap.
And then they just
they gonna be like, yo, get you on Wayne and get you with them and get you in this commercial, and that's the dope shit about it now. But they don't see it as a distraction now because it can make them money.
Right.
It's bringing us more fans now. They monetizing it.
It's crazy because when we was in Taiwan 2 years ago, you was doing that
to come on
live.
I remember.
Yeah. Oh, that shit was funny, bro.
And you hit him up and keep doing it. But he was getting calls like, yo, Dwight, if you want to get back in the league,
you gotta stop. And I'm like, man, all I'm doing is just being on live, having a good time. I'm all the way in Taiwan. Like,
But listen to how they warned you.
Yeah.
How they watching you. How it was never about anything else about them controlling you. Listen, don't do that, Dwight. You want to come back, right?
That's what they kept
Do
saying.
your time and wait for the call, nigga. Stop playing with us. You know how this go. And we be towing the line, especially for you, because you are you. Do you know what I would be doing if I was you?
What's
with
that?
Your fucking accolades and shit? They would on some T.O. shit. I'd be on some T.O. shit if I was you. I'd be pissing a bunch of motherfuckers off.
Why?
Because you a Hall of Fame motherfucker and they're not giving you no respect.
Wait, so you stopped doing it after that? After that call?
We was pushing and pulling.
Yeah, we was, we had, guys from the teams saying that I need to go dark on Instagram. I need to change up what I put on Instagram. I need to show more basketball and not me being funny. It was so much stuff being said. I'm like, man, hold up. Okay, I'm not in the league, so I still need to make some kind of income. What do you want me to do?
Depend on us. Depend on us.
Yeah.
Don't be Dwight the funny guy who can get a fucking movie role with King Batch and something really dope because he don't see your reels because we want you to be who we want you to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You always been you. Everybody been trying to change you for years because it's like, oh, he too fucking funny.
Right.
He too fucking childish. He this and that. And it's like, well, I mean, this how he get up for the game. This is him.
Because imagine if really that shit like took off and you started getting all the best players to play overseas.
Exactly.
Basketball would be as big as soccer. Look how big soccer is.
And it can be, bro.
Yeah.
Like, because see, when you go to overseas and he's played overseas, the passion and the love for the game itself is way different.
10 times better.
And so it take away, you don't really see politics now. You see and feel love because the games is crazy. That when I played for the Filipino team, the strong group, me being over there in Dubai, I just felt like I was playing in the Olympics again. Because every game was packed. It was sold out, and the Filipino fans is insane. So I'm like, man, imagine if more players who could still play decide to not sit on the couch and be mad about not getting a job here, come overseas and go get the love, the adoration, and still can hoop at a high level. Let's do that and then make the world a better place.
Well, you know why it can't happen? When I was talking to Moo about this, there ain't no union.
Oh, there's not?
Nope. And if you had a union, there would be more protection for a player to go over and say, I can risk 6 to 8 months going over here knowing I got guaranteed pay. And we're talking about Noah Vonleh. Noah Vonleh is a sad case of getting the Chinese contract. Then he ended up sleeping in the hotel lobby because they didn't want to give him a room or whatever the contract stipulation was.
And
they didn't want to fulfill it.
I didn't even tell you the day that happened. The day before that was when we were supposed to go to China.
Yeah,
the same.
And
So they probably went on a strike with all the American players. So it's just one of them things where if you don't have a union in place for international American players, we can be imported and exported just like goods.
Yeah,
any single time. Like, and then not pay you though.
That's crazy.
So you do just like you go for your shows. I want my upfront bread. Right, you get your portion of your upfront. You say, all right, for the next 6 months, I want my pay schedule. Woo woo woo. You bomb the first night.
And then
there ain't no other pay schedule, my nigga.
For real?
Even in the contract, if we go back and look at that bomb and be like, we don't know if we want to book the next 3.
And they can just cancel it.
Not only they cancel it, it's a motherfucker around the corner that we already booked to replace you. Just in case you bomb. That's look, that we pay less. We pay him less than we paid you. We took a chance on you because you. We like, man, we gonna have to pay him 30. Fuck. But he bombed the first night. We not paying him 30 again. No and then again and again. Oh, hell no. Bring him in. We pay him 5.
And then they already packed it out with
you.
God,
in your name.
Damn.
In your name.
That's
the fucked up part because they haven't, like when I was going over there, they hadn't had the bigger, crazy names. So when it was me, Gilbert, and T-Mac going to China, their names sold it out. So I got to see what that looked like. Like, oh, shit. And I could get the money on the back end, like I'm talking about. But once they started getting wind of what was really going on, it was like, y'all gonna have to pay us way more.
Wow.
And they like, well, we can't guarantee because then you got AI coming over there. He might not play 2 games. You got Steph, he's played for so many years, but he can't sell it no more. You trying to bring another good, solid player, and he might play 4 games. And they like, man, we keep getting gypped.
They will get you.
So how long do you think that it'll stay like this? How long do you think the U.S. NBA is going to be the biggest form of basketball until it's global?
I mean, it's going to be like that because they're going to go find the best global players to bring them over. You know what I'm saying? They're going to keep growing. But the thing is, it's a lot of young athletes here in America who might not get the chance to go to the NBA. And so they're so stuck on trying to get to the NBA, and then sometimes they end up, most of the times they're going to end up being disappointed. I don't think people realize this about the NBA. It's only been 5,000 guys to play in the NBA total.
Damn. Hey, there we go.
Just think about that. Just think about that in the whole entire history of the game. 5,000 players. And so just for guys on the outside, like, just imagine how hard it is to get into the NBA if it's only ever been 5,000 in all the years of NBA.
Yeah.
So now, hey, families, let's figure out a way to, if they don't make it to the NBA, how can they still be productive? What can we do to show the parents and the kids, like, if you don't make it to the NBA, there's still this. You can still do that. You can still use your head for this. Don't just get caught up in this one place.
Yeah.
Because we kind of did that. And we go through the years of, like he said, depression, or not depression, but where we're down until we try to find something to get us back up.
Yeah.
So instead of us having that down period, I know how to do all these different things outside of this sport. Now, the sport itself, I won't lose the passion and love for it. I'll still have it because the politics can't get in the way. I'm caked up over here so much with all the stuff I done did that this is just for what it was meant for love.
So what do you think the emphasis is when you talk about kids? When we were growing up, emphasis of wanting to be like Mike created a snowball effect of us going out and trying to be like Mike, right? The emphasis now is, if it's only 5,000 slots that there's ever been, and we've made over trillions of dollars in those 5,000 slots, it's hard to convince a black kid that he can't get a piece of that 1 trillion, 2 trillion, 10 trillion in those 5,000 slots.
True.
Than it is to convince him he can be very productive firefighter.
That's true.
Or a
But
doctor.
I wouldn't want him to just hold himself down to be a firefighter. That could be a passion of his.
Of course.
So now the biggest thing that is going around is influence.
What's about what I was getting at is trends. If
Yeah.
it's trendy and it's cool, we'll do
Then
it.
people do it.
But what I alluded to in the beginning is the promotion of the sport, the influence of go play. Do you see how much money them niggas is making over there? Why wouldn't you go be a ball player? Like, so we got to start seeing, like, what you're talking about is trade skills when you talk about career day in school, when you want to go be other things than a fucking jock, right? But we know the jock is the cool nigga that gets all the cheerleaders and all the ones around it.
That's
so
true.
we know that we're the best dressed, we're looking for the most likely to succeed, all that stuff, right? But then what's the example of the other guy that's cool and that's doing all the other stuff like what you was doing?
Yeah.
Or, you know, what you want to do. So it's like, damn, we don't have those examples. But I mean, I've created a network and a platform to try to promote those things that people don't see as cool.
It's cool.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I ain't never thought about doing that. It's like the little things you said during this downtime that I had when I was in that dark furnace, you know what I'm saying, in the lion's den. I learned how to edit. I learned how to produce. I learned how to direct. I've always been a writer. I've always done music. I learned how to improv. I learned how to be more receptive in media training. All of these different skills that can put me in rooms with people and talk and be articulate, wear different masks, and help other people too.
Yeah.
But when you're in a dark place and you only focus on a sport that doesn't give a fuck about you, it has no emotion about you, and we think that it's supposed to care about us, and what about me, and I put all this work in, and it's like, it's saying, fuck you.
Yeah.
So what? Stop crying, bitch.
Yeah, no boys allowed.
Literally. And you got to sit in that room and be like, damn, ain't nobody hearing my cries. Ain't nobody feel sorry for me. Ain't nobody going to come in here and be like, here, take care of yourself, feel better.
Right.
And it's like, nah, I'm a grown-ass man. I got to do this on my own.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the hit when it comes down to that comfort of, I got to figure it out. I got to figure it out. And it
who
can't be
you
nobody
really
else.
are.
Yeah, finding it out.
I think a lot of us get caught up to the world as being just basketball players. So we go through an identity crisis when we're not playing. Because we like, damn, who am I? Like, what kind of skills I got?
Yeah, you played your whole life.
You're a kid.
Yeah.
You're still a
You're still a kid.
The dudes that haven't went through that crisis are still at the I'm in college level. I still call my coach by his last name type shit. It's Coach Williams, you still at this level of you can be controlled and you can be talked to a certain way because you But once you go through that adversity, once you feel that loss and that shame and that fuck, that man builds up around, that callus builds up around you, and you're like, I know who the fuck I am, man. I know what's going on now. Oh, I was a kid.
And everybody go through it. They say once you thought as a child, then when you became a man, you spoke as a man. All of us go through this little phase. Like he said, he went through it, and look how he's come out on top. It's giving him all these skills, but it started with that sport. So I feel as though, yes, these sports are necessary.
Yeah.
But it's also necessary to try to equip these kids with all the other things as well, so they could have a balance of it. You know, I think we had such an imbalance of our sport and what it took that the other side of our life we kind of withheld, and then we have to go back and get it. So now it balances it out, and a lot of kids now, they have the opportunity to bring all that other stuff into basketball, you know, which is really good.
I think all of you did a good job getting out the box, because even with Batch, a lot of executives and people try to say, oh, they're just influencers, right? Social media. But you went and transitioned that into mainstream.
Yeah.
So what was your process like of breaking out of that just an influencer box?
You an athlete too.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
tell them what you do too.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You see the push-up.
He used to play some shit. He used to do some shit.
I ran track at FSU.
Yeah, he's fast,
we won national
motherfucker.
3 times in a row. No big deal. We're not here to talk about me. But while we on it. No, but yeah, that's how it is. They try and pigeonhole you. They tell you, nah, man, just stick to basketball, just dribble the ball, whatever they, if you try and get into anything else. Like, but that's what it is, because nobody else has the vision you have. Only you have your own vision. So for me, I always wanted to be an actor, and social media, it was a hobby for me. Like, I was just doing it for fun. I was just like, oh shit, making videos, and then it started to get viral. But I never lost the focus of what I wanted to do, which was acting. So I started to make high production. I taught myself how to write, direct, produce, all of that. So then I was able to create high quality videos that kind of look like TV shows or look like movies. So people were like, yo, who is this guy? What was that? And then it got me into the TV shows.
That's tough.
So I've done over 20 Netflix movies, Hulu things, Amazon, whatever.
Crazy.
But it's just like
owner. You a part owner of Zeus?
in Zeus. Yeah. We started Zeus. But yeah, I'm just trying to. I like entertainment. I like having fun. So it's like there's no pigeonhole for me. I want to be a billionaire.
I love that.
Yeah.
And see, it's like when you have that, I see it as having so much faith that you can accomplish anything in life. And I feel like all of us have had that all of us have it in us. But it's like we have just got to that stage where we just want to bring that faith out and show everybody like, yo, I'm going to have this amount of faith, but my works is going to match it.
Facts.
My works is going to match everything that I believe and I see in my head, and I'm going to make it into my reality. And it's so good that now, because of social media, because of cameras and Instagram and all these different things, kids who are struggling in those areas, we're able to reach them because of it, So it is a good thing to have social media, but a lot of people try to use it for bad. But just watching what you have done really with social media from day one, you made a name for yourself, and just being positive. Just being positive, and no other way around it. It's putting you, like you said, like over 20 Netflix shows. That's amazing. You know what I'm saying? You deserve everything that is coming your way because of the hours that you have put in. And so now this is what we want to exploit and show when we have these episodes, is for kids and people to understand it's never too late. You can do anything you want, and there's nothing wrong. You started out as an influencer, but I look at that word as somebody who took whatever they had inside of them, whatever's in their heart, they brought it out, and they was able to put that message to the world and make them and push them to be even better.
Yeah.
Influence, you have an influence on people's lives.
Everybody who's successful is an influencer.
Correct.
It doesn't matter. You don't have to have a following. You could be the CEO of Walmart. You have influence. You know what I mean? It's like, look, LeBron. He's an influencer. He could build an army. You know what I mean? You're an influencer.
Just with words.
Yeah, exactly.
All of us are that powerful.
Yeah.
I want to ask you this: being funny, it's not always to the best detriment. I love being funny. I think it's the most important thing as a personality trait.
Yeah.
So it's always like, were you always funny? Was it like trying to find a place where you can be funny? And then when you found out what to do with your funny, being around other funny motherfuckers who you look up to, you're like, I'm on fucking set with real funny motherfuckers, right?
Yeah.
And they have an expectation for you to be
Funny as shit.
funny as promoted.
Yeah.
Not as funny as shit, but like, be funny, motherfucker, when it's time to be funny, motherfucker, right? Like I'm waiting for you to be funny, King Batch, right? And then it's like, you deliver, right? And then they're like, okay,
He really is.
I want to work with this motherfucker, right? I want to see what he can do. How far can he stretch this shit?
Right.
Is he just funny, or is he an actor?
Right.
Actor.
Exactly.
Can he do the shit?
Exactly.
Or is he just funny? He's just one of them niggas in 15 seconds. So when I seen you I seen you stretching the bounds, and I seen you like, all right, I want to go into this. I want to try to. That's when it's like, okay, influence as you speak.
Right.
People need to see what an influencer truly is. It's not someone seeking attention, and that's what gets it fucked up, because it's like, oh, look at me, but it's like, I'm trying to teach you something about confidence.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%, man. That's real. And it's crazy. It's because it's like everybody works hard, and it's like you get to a certain point, everybody hits a wall where you don't make it. It's the people who fight through that and get past that. Those are the ones that are successful. So a lot of people out there, if you watch right now and you struggling, just keep on going, bitch. I mean, you know what
That's the funny shit.
you know what I mean? Like, keep going. Don't give up.
But you said something that's key, and it was big in basketball for all of us. It's the wall. And every rookie, they say, hit a wall. They call it the rookie wall. And it's what you do in that moment. Every rookie say, man, I ain't going to hit that wall, man. I promise you, I'm different than everybody.
Every single
Everybody.
rookie. As soon as we listen, then we're like, rookie wall, nigga.
Everybody.
That's
So
it, nigga.
you're absolutely right. It's, you know, you got to keep going. Keep going. And a lot of people get to that point where they feel like, I can't take enough. You just got to push yourself through it. And that's how we have gotten able to get to the next level, And that's big, man. I know Moo, he been doing the next level.
The fuck you talking about?
Throw him out there.
And you know what's crazy? A lot of people, they'll see you guys as successful and they think, man, oh, these guys probably forgot where they started. You never forget where you start.
No.
I remember being broke like it was yesterday. You know what I mean? So
Sometimes,
But you don't go back to where you started.
never go back.
No,
But
you
you
could
remember.
remember some of them, not all of them. You know what I'm saying? You kind of go back. You kind of
How do
fly
y'all feel
in
about
and then
that?
you fly out. You know what I'm saying? You just fly in, fly out. I like y'all. I remember y'all,
Yeah.
but leave me alone now.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Because I feel like we get put in this thing called like survivor's remorse, where everybody's like, why you don't come home and do this and do that? And it's like, it's not like I'm not trying to do that, but
Yeah.
man, I'm over here in a whole nother world because I'm trying to get all the way over here.
There's
Snoop
so
said it
much
best. You
already.
seen what Snoop said? He said he kept elevating and he found himself trying to pull people up and they didn't want to go up. So he just had to leave.
And that's true. And it mess you up.
It's called growth.
Yep.
Right? Crab in the bucket syndrome. You're going to let them pull you down and make you feel less and make you shrink who you are.
Yeah.
Because they want you to feel guilty about your growth.
Yeah.
And when you go back, that's what happens because they're afraid.
So how
Everybody's
do you deal with
afraid.
that?
Well, I mean, you have to first understand shame and expectations that people set on us. You know, unfortunately, they do, especially when we succeed. You went back, come back, give us shit, give it to us for free,
Give us more.
Yeah.
and then you say thank you. Motherfucker. You say thank you. Right? And then come back next year.
Yeah.
Do it again. It better not be late this
Motherfucker,
time.
I ain't Santa
Right.
Claus. Do your
Yes,
shit.
you are. You are. Goddamn, you're king back.
fucking
So
right.
goddamn, shit,
You
you
right.
better than Santa Claus, nigga. Shit.
You
And
right.
they expect this thing year in, year out, and it's like you have to now accept a responsibility. First as a man, but now as the character they shape you as.
That's true.
Then that's if you want to deal with those people.
Right.
Because you can be their king. They can be your servants. You can be that tyrant
But see,
because they allow you to. But then it's like, who are you
to do
to
that,
lead
to
them?
do that
What
in that
kind of
way,
leader are you
to do that?
right?
Yeah.
You could. It's a choice. You can be this way, or you can lead them right. You can direct
Yeah.
them right. So I mean,
That's facts, and that's key. It's so difficult when you get put in a position of leadership, and people from the outside or the people who are not the leaders they don't understand.
They critique
you
you.
know, and they're critiquing your leadership, and it's like, hey, listen, God has put us in this position for a reason. If He didn't want me in this position, He wouldn't have made me the way He made me. So because of that, He's asking me to lead in a certain way because I may have seen some things that y'all have probably never seen.
Yeah.
And it might be ugly, it might not sound the way y'all like it, but this is what has to be done. And that's the hardest thing as a leader. You got to understand each person that's under your leadership.
Well, this is my problem with people not understanding that the talented person, the most talented person that people want to come to see is the leader. That's the guy that has to steer the ship. And if he doesn't, and he allows people to steer the ship for him, he don't know where the hell we going.
And then he gets in trouble.
He just blind singing. Do 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 do. I don't know what city we at, but shit, where the check? It's cool.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to responsibility, accountability, who did this, what's this, and credit, right, and criticism, a real leader step up and say, look, man, I know where we're going, I know how to get there, and I'm gonna make sure we get there safe, and I'm gonna make sure everybody get paid. And I'll make sure y'all want to come back and get on this motherfucker with me because we safe and all that shit.
Yes.
And a lot of people follow leaders that don't take those different steps to be that. You know what I'm saying?
True.
They don't even have the ethics to treat you as a fucking man. Like man to man. Like, yeah, man, you ain't gonna work for me. I want to work with you, brother.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it. Sometimes I viewed it as when you have a lot of people who may have not have had what you've had, then it's like a struggle trying to get them to understand how you got what you got and what it takes to get there. They just want it handed to them.
Right.
And so it becomes this push and pull, and then to the point where you're like, you know what? I'm just not going to deal with nobody. I'm just not going to deal with nobody and focus on whatever I got to focus on.
When you were coming up in North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
And you got to college and people started to perceive you as a future NBA player, how was it with your friends and your peers and your family adjusting to that?
Oh man, there wasn't no adjustment because, you know, there's always that one goal after, you know, I pretty much told my mom I want to be there, which was the McDonald's All-American game. It was Darnell Harvey, I remember seeing do a two-hand windmill off vert underneath the rim. And I was like, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that dunk, and I'm going to be a McDonald's All-American. Later, seen the draft maybe that same year, seen, David Stern put the hat on. I said, I'm going to put the hat on too. And that was it. There was no goal to be a Hall of Famer. There was no goal to lead the league in scoring, none of that other shit. When I put that hat on, everything else was a bonus. So, at North Carolina, seeing all that shit, my parents already knew, like, you know what the goal is. You're there to go there, to put that hat on. After you put that hat on,
do you
fuck them bitches.
Do you think whatever your goal is, that's where you're going to stop?
That's what my daddy said.
You know what I mean? Like, if you did have that goal to be a Hall of Famer, to be this, do you think you would have went further?
Or the trajectory would have went differently because the focus would have been different.
That's what.
Yeah, the focus would have been totally different because when I set my mind and win a national championship, when I first got to Carolina, we had to change coaches for that to improve my direction because this coach, I'm like, yo, we're going to do this, and he was trying to fuck the shit up. Get him out of here. This guy, look, took us a year. He figured it out. Next year we won it. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, all right, I put my mind to that. And I said I'm going to put my motherfucking jersey in the rafters. So that was the other thing. It was like, I didn't come here for Matt Doherty. I didn't come here for Roy Williams. I came here to be next to Michael Jordan and to chase all of his records here, be him here, and get there and try to do the same thing when I get there.
Who else was that? Who else made the NBA on that UNC team?
Oh, yeah, four guys. Marvin Williams,
Sean May, Marvin Williams, Raymond Felton, him. Who else is on?
Jawad Williams, David Noel.
Damn.
Because that's why I was going to go to UNC because they had the squad. I remember
supposed to be you and JR.
Me and JR was going to go. I went on a visit to UNC.
I had JR as my little recruit, and we was trying to get you, but we knew you wasn't going. We knew you wasn't going. You going to chase it. He was wasting people's time. He was just going on campus to get head and shit. He's just like, how many girls gonna get him? How many girls gonna get today? Texas is going to Texas next week.
What was it with you between you and Raymond?
What you mean? What was it with us?
Because it was all of this back and forth. It was about Raymond Felton said something. I don't even know what it was.
Oh man, that's just old teammate shit. Ain't nothing going on. I mean, listen, man. We all set out to do something. We did it, and there were certain guys who played certain roles.
That's a fact.
Just so happened the role I played is the role everybody want to play in basketball. Get buckets.
That's a fact.
Be the guy they passing to. I was that guy. So whatever the niggas say about me, it don't even matter. It's praise from me. Cause I know what I am. I know that when I come in the room around these dudes, it's all that shit cool until we step up and it's what's up, bro? Let me shake your hand. You shake mine. Remember me?
There's different energy.
No, I just don't think you guys remember me. Cause when you do this, oh, what's up? And I look at you with your hand still out there and I'm like, why you got your hand out? I don't fuck with you, bro. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, now we got to have a conversation. Nigga, don't want, that's hard to deal with. That's a bunch of shit that people don't want to do in a non-confrontation, but I'm just one of them dudes that's like, What's up?
Stand on business.
Yeah, I've been like that though. It was not new about me. I've been like this, but so people just never knew who I was.
Do you have any like brothers? You the only child?
I got a twin sister who went to Carolina, who was an All-American, who was a McDonald's All-American, who was drafted in the WNBA and all of that. Yeah, we were the first brother-sister in the history.
So who's better?
I always give her the nod, but
okay.
Oh shoot!
So she usually take the ball from girls when I play.
So is she like? Does she play now or she?
Nah. She does real estate. She retired. She's married and all that stuff. But yeah, she was a beast. 4-time high school champion.
Hey.
You know, first McDonald's All-American. Me and her brother, sister. We took the picture with John Wooden. All that stuff. You know, she got drafted 13th. I got drafted 14th. To Minnesota. Both of us to Minnesota.
If it was you and a damn gorilla in the jungle, who we gotta save?
Who, he, and who?
If it was you and the gorilla.
And the gorilla. Who you gonna save?
Who we gotta save? We saw your ass.
Who coming out alive? How many Rashad McCants would it take
to beat him?
To beat a gorilla?
To beat a gorilla?
Yeah.
Man, the gorilla's my homie, man. Me and the gorilla we're going looking for some other shit. Hey, we fighting for, bro. I'm talking to him. What's your problem? You good? Let's get some bananas or something, man. We ain't got to do this.
Y'all do any like martial arts? Y'all into any martial arts? Would you do that?
I do boxing and I do a little Tai Chi.
Tai Chi?
Yeah, I fuck with that a little bit.
I did boxing too. I still do, but I used to do Shotokan karate.
Okay.
And then I realized that shit don't work in the streets.
That Tai Chi shit ain't working either. That's all meditation.
But it wasn't really for that. It wasn't,
I'm moving too slow.
It's for moving energy.
Sensei, I'm moving too slow.
It's got to be disciplined.
I get it.
Yeah, but for example, you said karate. That came from Egypt. The word karate, ka is body, ra is God, and te is you, karate.
Damn.
So that's where that came from. It's all from, an Egyptian. It was an Egyptian fighting style.
Oh, okay.
And so
I want to ask you though about the leadership shit.
Yeah. He's talking about okay.
Yeah, I said okay. Nigga, I still go get my ass whooped. They don't care where it came from. Egypt,
I'm just saying, when you said that,
it
just came up in my head like where it came from. But no, I think karate, it's a good discipline. But the boxing, I think it really helped kids with confidence.
Boxing, I like boxing or any time of MMA where you actually have to spar because that's real shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So what belt is that?
It's the only belt.
He said stand up and find out.
That's what is it from for real?
It's WBC.
From what? Where did you get it from?
From the WBC.
Like how?
I'm the champ.
He beat the gorilla.
What you mean?
No, you boxed.
How you think he got the belt?
He don't understand. I'm in the NWO too. I got the NWO belt.
Okay.
Hulk Hogan had to give it over to somebody new and worthy.
So okay, what about the crown?
The crown, shit, man. This motherfucker it's a hat with a hole in it. And motherfuckers be getting it twisted because it look good on me and they be mad. I be like, look, baby, look, just don't come over here asking me why I'm wearing. Just tell me you look good, but you look good in that motherfucker.
I remember seeing you at the Lakers game.
Oh yeah.
And I'm trying to remember did you have a belt on or it was some type of gold?
I had the Kobe jersey on.
You did have the Kobe jersey on, but I think you had a crown on. That's what it was.
Yeah,
okay, like, so your swag, your attitude, like, where did it come from? Everybody is not bold enough to wear a crown out in public or a belt, anything like that, or wear crazy shirts like that. Where did that come from?
Shit, it come from going against the grain. I think being bold has always been a number one thing for me. When I used to see kids get bullied, I wanted to be the guy that bullied the bully. I wanted the bully to be scared. I was like the stand-up guy for the weak.
For the ones who
you know what I'm saying? But then I was the jokester, so I like to make people laugh and all that shit. So it's always been important, me and my homie always talk about it, like being that superhero for people. You know what I'm saying? Like making sure that they They feel like they ain't got to really worry about.
Where these flies coming from?
Man.
God,
This
You know where
motherfucker
the
is
flies
fucking with
coming
me.
from, nigga?
where they coming from?
From where?
You on that damn committee, nigga?
Man, they ain't coming from no damn upstairs. What you talking about, man? The door closed in the bathroom. and
Motherfucker
shit.
is out here. There's some dead ones over here.
Yeah, what in the?
Motherfuckers crawling.
Motherfuckers so
Different.
right there.
Talking about
This
where
motherfucker, look, he asking for a raise. He's
where
like,
these
man, I
flies
need,
coming from?
I need some more money, man.
What's happening?
Shit, yeah, why you on me though?
Nigga, turn the AC or something.
Shit.
You know, damn.
He said, you don't remember me? I'm Reggie.
Just put some vinegar on the table. That'll get him.
Speaking
What the fuck we was talking
of
about?
them damn shirts, yo, who was behind you wearing that shirt when Dwight got dunked on?
Oh man, I wanted to explain this because niggas thought that was on the spot. So I had 2 shirts that this company sent me. One was Kobe. He had the ice pack on his shoulder, ice on his knees, and he had the rhinestones on his Laker jersey sitting there.
Yeah,
Boom. And the other one
Was me.
was you getting dunked on, right?
Yeah.
So I hadn't wore your shirt yet. It was sitting in the back of the closet. And granted, you came on the show last minute, so I didn't have no time to go try to find your jersey because I would usually just get the niggas' jerseys,
Jersey and then rock it.
rock the jersey. So I had a Shaq jersey,
Oh.
and I'm like, that would be a dope ass troll, but I don't dislike Dwight like that because that'll be disrespectful because they kind of beefing and shit,
Right.
and that would be me taking Shaq's side type shit, and I'm like, nah.
That's
But then I'm
respect.
like, cold, and I'm looking at the shirt, and I'm like, this shit would be funny though, cause he dunking on this nigga like a motherfucker.
He did dunk, man.
And I'm like, nah, but it's cold, and I'm like,
Nah, I
it's
didn't
the
see
You seen
white.
the video. If you seen the
Oh, yeah, I seen the
when he
video.
was dunking on. So I had the shirt. So I'm like, man, it's cold,
Let me
it's
see the
white,
shirt.
man. It ain't that bad. It ain't nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying?
it really
This nigga stood up. Which
Bro.
he got me, bro.
You gotta talk to your publicist.
Nah.
I mean, I
It was the
wasn't
only dunk that ever really got by him.
Yeah.
It was
Only
like
one.
the first thing we ever seen. And it was young Dwight. So it was kind of like a homage.
If you could go back to that day, would you let yourself get dunked on?
I would probably jump
Because you didn't jump.
because I didn't jump.
Yeah, he didn't
I
jump.
probably jump. I really didn't know what to do.
You was late?
18. I'm over there
that
late.
turned him
He's-
to that depoy though.
It did.
Oh,
He
yeah, for
after he
sure.
split the defense, I'm thinking he finna pull up for his little jump shot, and he took off on
all
me.
did.
Boom!
Shit.
It was so loud, and then all I heard the crowd say was, "Oh!" So you know, in the NBA arena, it's different from like high schools and all that because high school games is real up, but you know, NBA games is the energy
Yeah,
different.
way different.
So I heard that loud and clear.
Damn.
He went in. I mean,
yeah.
it went in too.
Damn.
So you said that you been writing, you be doing acting and all that. So when you be trolling, it be more strategic. Do you really believe all the stuff that you be saying?
I be right about all the shit I be saying.
So I saw this.
It's the
episode.
messenger. People don't like the messenger. I've had 4 different Hall of Famers repeat what I said, and everybody agree with them and say, yeah. And I'm like, I just said that. He actually went and watched me say it, and he went back and said it again because it was a great take.
What month were you born in?
I'm a Libra, September.
Okay.
You talking about
sorry, that just-
on the Bronny? You talk? Are you
Any
talking about-
of them. It's just anything has been, especially when it come to like just skill. Like I really I'm a student of this shit. When it come to shit, movies, music, and fucking ball, shit,
Yeah.
good fucking luck.
So one question. What was it? Is it harder to be the guy or the main scorer on a losing team or a winning team?
Is it harder to be the main scorer
The main scorer.
On a
I know
winning
you was just
team.
arguing with that.
on a winning team?
Why you say that?
Because you got other guys on the team that's trying to mitigate how to win, and you being the main reason why that happens.
Now I know Boogie was saying on a losing team, you're the only target. So everyone is game planning to stop you.
But
That's
you
all
don't.
that
You
you-
have an unlimited amount of shots.
Yeah, on a winning team. Every day they're gonna try to stop the main target too. That's their whole focus. So, like in Orlando, the focus was either don't let the 4 guys on the outside shoot, or trap Dwight, don't let him score.
Yep.
That was the focus.
Pick your fucking poison.
And so, yeah, on the losing team, you still gonna get all the shots. So you,
well, I agree with you when you said that, but when Gil said you got Jordan Poole, who averaged 21, I think.
He averaged 21?
Yeah, he right around
and then
there.
he went to the Wizards. He started off averaging a lot, but then
He's still at
evened out
21.
at 21.
Yeah,
Right now?
yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I do kind of see his point because after a while, you know, like Jeremy Lin, for example, he have that stint, then he goes to another team, and then we know it's Jeremy Lin now. So the scouting report is just stop
It's the
him.
same thing with Bradley Beal.
But it's gonna be with either way you look at it.
We see
though.
Bradley Beal now, right?
Yeah.
Are we looking at Bradley Beal? So we gotta look at the point that we're trying to make. Are these guys really these guys before they get the money, or are they the guys who we see now that is like, is PG the PG now? Is this the real PG?
You have you been watching any of the basketball lately?
Yeah, I've been watching.
Who you watch?
Who's my favorite player?
like teams and stuff like that.
Oh man, I really fucked with the Lakers when you was on there.
When I was on, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Which time?
The one I saw you at the last game.
And we won the one talking about.
Remember when I seen y'all sitting on the court side?
COVID.
No, this had to be 20. Well, dang. After the championship, it was the last time I came.
Yeah.
2022.
I don't know how true this is, but they saying the Mavericks might have to start forfeiting games.
They ain't
only
got enough
8
players.
active
Wait,
players.
what?
They don't got
What
enough
happened?
players.
Shoot, they
All
can
their
get little
players hurt.
Kyrie over here. Then me and him to play.
What's up with Braun? What happened? He tore his groin or something?
I think he
No,
just
that's-
really resting for the resting.
Oh, he's
No,
fake.
he do it every month.
recharging.
He do it every month for
Really?
the last 5 years.
Really?
Every month this month. Yeah, March. He could. You didn't see he pushed the tweet out, said that this is insane, and then that magically gets hurt.
No.
When it was like, oh, this schedule is insane the next 5
Oh,
out of
yeah, I
6,
did
and
see
then
that.
it's like,
So-
Oh, I don't know the behind the scenes stuff.
Do you think it's scripted from your point of view? Do you think the NBA
I do
is
think
scripted?
it's scripted. It has to be scripted.
because you know scripts.
Well, I just
know scripts.
I just know like the world, the way everybody wants to make the most money. Why,
So
why
everything
not?
has to be scripted.
It has to be.
But how do you get so many people to go along with the shit?
But here's the thing. It's like it has to blend in. It has to seem
So
like
it's
not
scripted, but it's unscripted.
But didn't
It's
they
like
change,
cartoons. It's like cartoons. It's real, but it's
Didn't they
cartoon.
change? Didn't they change? Y'all fucking with me. Look, but listen. Didn't y'all change? I know y'all motherfuckers. I know they're paying y'all to know shit. Yes, I know. I know for a fact.
Go ahead.
Because listen,
He's a funny motherfucker.
Didn't they
man.
change it from sports to entertainment?
Yes, they
What
did.
the fuck is that about?
Yes, they
No,
did.
it was NBA Entertainment, NBA.
Yeah.
But then it went from it's illegal to sports bet, and now we're partnered with
Can
them.
bet.
Now we're partnered with them.
And what's that about?
What's that about?
That is crazy.
Come on, tell me.
And
is
you
it
can't
scripted or not?
can't criticize the refs. You can't
I
say
don't-
it.
I think they paying y'all niggas to keep it quiet.
No.
Y'all niggas are them niggas.
Who? Because I
Y'all
don't have no
niggas are them
checks.
niggas.
I don't have no checks.
Because if they was paying me, you wouldn't see me right now. We wouldn't even be in this motherfucker. Hey,
wouldn't
Dwight,
be
it's
on
gonna
the
cost
team.
shit
But
against me.
it's crazy because I see it's not the players. It's got to be the refs.
Gotta be, bro.
Oh, the refs done came out and said shit though.
Oh man,
did?
That
man,
ref-
we done had some man.
You know more than
my
anybody about the
God, bro.
refs,
Oh
bro.
my
God
God,
damn,
man. It's been some the refs.
It's got to be some secret society.
Yeah, you ain't see that ref that came out when they was interviewing him?
Nah.
Yeah, you talking about the one with Allen Iverson, that situation, right?
Tim Donaghy.
Tim Donaghy.
Yeah.
Man, all the refs, man, I could have sworn it was so many games. I'm like, something ain't right, man. I swear.
Don't
like,
cheat us. Don't cheat us. Let us play. Don't cheat me.
Yeah.
Don't
Yep.
cheat me. I ain't gonna cheat you. I'm gonna beat you. Don't cheat me.
Just let us hoop. So now that's why what we call it is politics. We don't like to say cheating
Yeah,
or anything
facts.
like that because now we putting a bad word or putting it in a bad place. It's politics, and I feel like that's with anything in the world.
Speaking of that, You said something about the brand that you signed with has to do with how big of a star you become. And you was with Sebastian.
I believe that. I just hope people just thinking that it's crazy, but look at all the players from Nike. They've had GOATs. They've been the GOATs of the game. LeBron, Jordan, and Kobe. They've been the GOATs of the game. The top guys have always been with Nike. What top player has been with Adidas? Has been considered a GOAT?
That's considered a GOAT?
That has been considered a GOAT.
No. T-Mac is probably the highest Adidas guy.
But he's never been considered the GOAT.
Never been considered.
Who's Steph with?
Steph is with Under Armour.
He's still with them?
So that's why I'm like, oh, that's kind of, what you think?
Adidas.
I mean, when you look at it, and then you look at the Jaylen Brown situation with the Olympics, he's beefing with Nike. And Nike stopping a lot of shit that he got going on. And he does cryptic tweets like, Nike, for real? That's what we doing?
Damn.
That's what we got going on. So people think he's not marketable based on relationships when you're not.
But he is marketable.
He's marketable.
Of course he is, but I can make you not look marketable.
You definitely can.
I can take some deals away from the table. I can make it look like that shoe you got ain't what it should be, it could be, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
and it's,
think about us as NBA players and us as like supporters of entrepreneurship. Jaylen Brown comes out with his shoe, and they're not sold out by every NBA player just to support. $200. Every single NBA player buy a Jaylen Brown shoe because it's the first time one of our players has his own shoe.
We should.
Great. That would be great, right? We would never do none of the shit like that, right? Because LeVar Ball tried to do it. And we laughed at him. Marbury. Oh, my God. We sent him overseas.
Yes.
So we talk about support, and then we get mad when we got to go over here to the Jew guy, and he got to give us all the money, and we do the deal, and y'all like, you sold out.
And it's crazy because when the Marburys came out, my pop said he took me and all my sisters to go get them. It was a long-ass line for the Jordans. It's like 5 people in line for the Marburys. The Marburys is cheaper.
Think about the Shaqs.
Yeah.
Nobody want to wear the Shaqs because you can buy them in Kmart.
Oh, my God.
Think about me walking out of Kmart with some Shaqs on.
No, I'm
Why you
laughing.
laughing at
I'm
that?
laughing at how there I'm laughing
What
at
you laughing at?
Like, damn, that's crazy.
See. Clip that. Clip that.
I'm laughing at
You don't like the shoes?
I'm laughing at how he's saying is correct. Like, because the shoe is not one of these big, it's not a part of a marketing firm like that, a big king in marketing like Nike or something like that, then people don't want it.
Right, yeah.
And it's probably a good shoe. It's you've had Shaq shoes.
Yeah.
Come on, speak on it.
The Reebok joints was cool.
The Reebok joints was cool.
But the other joints is for the underprivileged, affordable
But
kids.
doesn't someone have to make this shoe? Like, what?
It's made
They make it from the same place.
people.
Same exact.
No, I'm
same
saying like
people
the
making
athlete.
it.
Doesn't the athlete make the brand?
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He said-
Yes, and the brand kind of molds the athlete for everyone because they have the money in the engine to put behind that person, so they can make that person look however they want to make it in everybody's eyes.
You said big men don't really sell sneakers like that.
But big man can sell sneakers if they gave him a sneaker that looks really well and they promoted it the way they would promote everything else.
Don't make it look like a big ass big man sneaker.
Right.
KD 7 feet.
Oh yeah, I ain't think about.
He got fire shoes.
People love his sneakers.
Yeah, because they promoting it as a sleek, a shoe that's faster. They can do a lot of things. When they make big man shoe, they say, "Oh, it's a big man shoe. You got to move like this. They're blocks." No, make the shoe like you would make for everybody else. So it's all about how they want people to perceive it. Because LeBron is 6'9". He's a big man, but they giving him shoes that go with what is going to sell. They giving him good shoes.
I got a question. You in Hollywood now, right? All right. You Hollywood, you about to go into the, Oscar parties,
But the thing
and
is,
Met Galas and shit.
No, some real shit. They said Dwight Howard gonna take over.
So
No,
what kind of
my
party?
God, we not
I
doing
don't
that.
even party.
He said, I don't even party.
Hog tie? I don't know nothing about no hog tie. I ain't never hog tie nobody ever. Hog tie.
I'm getting old, man.
So are you looking to like settle down at some point?
At some point, yeah.
Boy, what about you?
No, never settle down.
No.
Why not?
Why you say
For
that?
what?
Damn, you right.
You gonna get another Kardashian?
Just explain it to me.
Look,
Me and the homies, we
that.
talk about it all the time, right?
Yeah.
And I be trying to figure it out. It's like, why would you save her?
Right.
She's
But
leeching
like,
off of me.
there's
What do you
nothing
mean?
about
I
coming home
don't need that.
to one person and not having the stress of multiple.
Yeah, that's cool. That was cool. We've done that so many times,
Understood.
right? And it's like when we depend on this. To me, I call it a social construct of how you depend on somebody in a relationship to make you feel like you're something.
Right.
When I can just go to the strip club and feel the same.
Oh my God.
Literally
What do you-
pretend.
but-
Literally pretend for the night. You're my girl.
But
you go
how?
to the strip
I
club
can
It costs me
understand
this
doing
amount.
everything.
It costs me this amount of money.
You gonna get a throne
right? And I
chair?
get all the things that I want instead of a liar, a deceiver, somebody who gonna wait down the line, fuck your homeboy, go over here, take you to court for fucking child support, and it's so many things that go along with the shit that we seen fail over and over and over again. If one thing we haven't seen that never fails is when you're single. You don't get into no fucking trouble. You don't lose weight stressing over a motherfucker going over here talking to her. Look, you don't do nothing but fucking try to figure out where the hoes at, man. Where they at tonight?
What's your
I got some money to
Bash
spend. I'm trying to get it in. That's it. When you single, guys really think that we
man.
supposed to have this thing because that's what they want, and we want them. So we got to get them that. And then in order to get them. But that ain't how the game works. They didn't dispose that OnlyFans means transactional now. How much? And we already been spending money on flights and food
Yeah.
indirectly. So now you count that up on top of she wants a bag or she want to go on a trip. Nigga, you 2,500 in. You gotta have this type of money to fuck with chicks now because they want to have fun.
So what about like when life itself slows down and you're in your 70s, 80s?
You're gonna be Drake dad. Just be out there.
Or you just gotta learn how to
Drake Dad if you out
I
there.
see him at the club
Dennis.
every night. Dennis be out there every night. having a
young
good
thing,
old
young
time.
thing.
He be fresh too, dog. He be fresh.
Nah,
bro.
when you at
Okay.
peace with yourself, man, it ain't about like anybody else. And that's how it is in relationships. People come into relationships thinking they gotta please somebody fucking else. And it's like that's when you lose yourself. You go fucking disappointing her and she leave. And now you sitting here like, damn, I wasted her time and mine. And I gotta go back and find me
That's
and
understandable.
give it to somebody else so she could do the same shit.
Damn.
So
But then it's like I'm not spoiling it for all the guys, but it's like perspective wise.
Spoiled it for me.
When you look at when you looking for that, it's like, man, you'll find a chick that want to help you, man. That's a helpmate. So a chick that wants to truly like, yo, I'm here to help your purpose and your vision. Show me what you see so I can help you. But if you ain't no nigga with no vision and you can't see nothing, you don't deserve no chick.
So if you was to find someone who saw your vision, wanted to help you, would that make you change your mindset on it?
Yeah, I got like 6 slots. It's like you can feel this is seat number 1. So it's 6 of those. It's not just one girl gonna see my vision, one woman.
6 men.
It's like it's gotta be a lot of visions. It's gotta be a lot of people to see where we going.
He need
If
the
you-
Avengers.
So
Yeah,
you don't-
man, we taking on the
So just-
universe.
just-
We are
just-
universal. This is
just
not the
asking you a
city of the
question.
world.
Just
This is
asking you a
universe.
question. So if you have all of these different spirits or energies from the 6 different people, do you think that could cloud the whole vision?
Nah, because it's clear vision. And
So
it's
why
understanding.
didn't kings? Why the kings only had the one queen?
Because the queen, by definition, is the king's whore.
Okay, that's a good way to
That's what it is. By
understand that.
definition.
By
Yeah,
definition,
by
you are.
that's what she is. She's mine. And
But that means she is his personal.
mine, yes, my
Yes.
person. That's why she's called the queen. That's why you don't hear about a queendom. There's no such thing as a queendom. It's a brothel.
But that's 2 different things.
Yo, this is I'm gonna be
And
in
that's
this
Game
viral
of
clip.
Thrones.
I'm pretty.
Y'all gotta edit me out this clip. Y'all just cut it right here. He's like a king. Oh, the queen is a king's whore.
That's what it is.
Hey, that wasn't me.
That's what it says. That's what it says. That's what it says.
Hey, it's not me. I'm the good guy.
Look, AI said it. It was ChatGPT said it. I said, what does a queen mean? Is it the king's whore? I said,
And Dwight trying
damn.
to change. It's like, but what about the spirit? He said, fuck them spirits. They bitches. Hey, that's him. That's him.
See, I knew I was funny. I knew it. I told my mama I was funny. I told her, I said, we funny today.
I think so. From what it just feel like, and I can understand it. We have been through so much as professional athletes where we've given ourselves to, whether it be our sport, we've given ourselves to, when I say giving ourselves, we've given up so much of ourselves to help people, our friends, family. Then, it could be a baby mom or, whatever it may be. We have given up ourselves. So a lot of people have got to that place where it's like, I can do better alone.
Yeah.
Is that how you're saying that you're?
No, because solitude is everything. And I think that's when you learn that when you learn who you are and you can give 100% to yourself, you can then go give whoever needs a piece of that, right?
Yes.
That's the whole pour into the cup shit, right?
Cup, yeah.
And when you're pouring into somebody's cup that don't got nothing in their cup, you don't get nothing back, ever. And that's like somebody saying, let me borrow, let me hold something. And it's your homie and he
can't give it
he
back
can't,
to you.
You not doubling up like that.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing in a relationship. And you never can get to the root of a woman's trauma because she's scared. She's scared to give you that permission.
And fear breeds all other insecurities.
Right. And then for you, as a man, you are supposed to be the rock and the solid. So you can't even share with her your tragedies and your traumas and the things you went through. You got to be the strong motherfucker. But that's a clash in itself. You know what I'm saying? That's a clash in itself. But it's something that I think everybody can navigate through when they become mature. I think maturity is at a point where if you're not going through something at 30 to 35 to 40, you ain't really went through nothing to be like, I want to be in a relationship and get married and all this type of shit. Because then by statistics, the rate is 80%
NBA
divorce.
Players.
Not even NBA.
Well, NBA players is higher.
I'm talking about regular world. 80% after
Divorce.
3 years, 4 years of divorce.
That's
Really?
Yeah,
I mean, of marriage.
He's right.
After 4
He's
years,
right.
80% divorce after
and
like
then
4
the
years.
NBA, the percentage of getting divorced is higher. It's
Way
like
higher,
90-something
bro.
percent.
Guaranteed divorce because it's based on some other shit. It's not
Transactional.
It's transactional.
Hey, get him a TV show on Zeus.
I'm telling you,
He
man, I
gonna
do
be in the
this.
throne chair.
I
You
do
should get him
this.
a TV show.
I do
For the love of
this.
for the love of
For the love of
And I wanted to ask you about that too, because it's like you get a lot of people coming around and asking for favors because you came from an industry in social media where everybody felt like they all had the same opportunity to be where you at, and they feel like they deserve your spot. Like, how do you navigate relationships with the jealousy and the expectations and all that type of shit?
I think I don't really give off that energy where someone feels like they should be intimidated by me. Like, I'm chilling. So it's like, if you trying to be successful, people come up to me all the time in the streets, man. Hey, yo, you funny, but I'm funny. I'm like, yeah, you is. Can I just say it? I just smile, cause like
I can't
Why
prove it.
why do people say stuff like that? Like, for us, they like
I'll dunk
people
on
come
you.
to me, I mean, I dunk on you, nigga.
right,
I'm like,
right. You be like, all right, bro, yeah, you got it. It's like, I don't even give that any energy because I'm focused on what I gotta focus on. Like, yeah, man, you do your shit. Like, I hope you blow up. I hope you're successful. But like, if I feel someone is like really jealous and envious and it's gonna be like a problem in the future, I just remove myself from the situation.
Like, have you dealt with friends or colleagues, we call associates in the industry that felt like you should give them an opportunity because of your success? Because like right now, Gills Arena, we had a certain, you start getting DMs and emails, and I know, like I said, with you start getting on Netflix and got people who known you for, hey, remember me? Like, how do we navigate not being the asshole
Yeah.
Because that's what you become when you say no.
No, yeah.
You start looking at them like, bro, I work hard for this.
Right.
Yeah.
I was actually just talking to her about this in the car. If anybody reaches out to me, I say yes. And what I do before I say yes, I look at their page, and if they're at least attempting to do it, then I say, yeah, let's collaborate, let's do it. Just because I feel like nobody really gave me that opportunity, I had to do it on my own, and I just like to give back and help out. So
That's dope.
That's
I'm
a
with
good
it.
mindset because some people it's the opposite.
Yeah.
They would say no one gave me the opportunity, so
I'm not gonna
why
give
would I
anybody
give?
else. It's a lot of gatekeeping.
Yeah.
That's what
That's
that's
a lot
called.
of gatekeeping.
And that's in every industry of anybody who don't want nobody else to grow. They want to shine and keep the shine on them. So if y'all start noticing a lot of people saying, well, I can't give you the full details, you got to pay for it, or you don't want to let nobody shine. Yeah. And that's how I feel about sports. It's like we complain and criticize the game, but don't want to go teach them guys how to do it better.
Right.
I can't stand that shit.
That's how I've felt about certain situations when it comes to certain players and stuff like that. And you kind of made a comment, I know we want to end soon, but, just even with the whole Shaq situation, what was your take on it? Because y'all really on the outside looking in, you don't really, so like, what was your take on that?
The whole thing?
The whole thing
from the beginning, I feel like, because I was there when you did the Superman shit, right? And I was there when you was practicing in the practice gym.
Yeah.
The shit you didn't do.
The dunks in there was
the
way
shit
better.
You didn't do in the dunk contest. I was still better. Left the gym like, what the fuck? He's not human.
Like what?
Type shit,
no,
right?
The dunks, he's right. We had a dunk contest in the back that was better than the dunk contest out there.
It was unreal.
It was probably the best thing.
This is when I knew he was real deal. Like, fuck all the other shit. That's when I knew he was kind of like Superman type shit. He was on some flying shit. So after that, you could see that Shaq was threatened by someone coming up and having a similarity to him and being compared to him. And for the audacity on Shaq's side, for that to be even a possibility is threatening. Because I'm so dominant. I'm so far ahead of the Wilts and the Bill. They could never fuck with me. And then you got this kid coming in and he going to the same team I'm on, and this motherfucker can jump out the gym more than I could, block probably better than I do. Man, if he get to about 320, he might be real Shaq, right? You know what I'm saying? So I think it was more of a admiration, bro. Like, I think when you talk about big brother shit, it's tough love and it's, hey man, work harder. He had an expectation for you, you didn't exceed. And I think when we do that, as good as you are, everybody set an expectation. And that's for everybody. If you get hurt, expectation, that's a disappointment. Because you got hurt. Damn, he got hurt. What he could have been now. He could have been. But if you still playing, right, and they like, man, we expected him to be this, he just won't do it. Now the disappointment sets in real time, and they're like, I can't fuck with him because he never changed it. He never.
But okay, so then what would it be that I didn't do for him, or in your eyes?
I just think that in his eyes, he's like, you never took the challenge to be Superman. He felt like Superman was three in a row. Take the 3-peat, be Dwight Howard, be the most dominant big man in the game, and you did. It's just that at the time, who else was in the league?
It was
Kobe Bryant and a bunch of other motherfuckers double teaming, triple teaming, teaming up, all that kind of shit.
It was a different. I think it was a different ball game. I'm playing, me playing at center. Just think about who was in our era. We got the Kobes, the Dirk Nowicki's, the Dwayne Wades, the whole Detroit Bad Boys. We got KG, Tim Duncan, and the Spurs. It's not.
And a big thing he used to always say was he wanted you to average 27 and 15.
And he wanted you to win.
It was only 10 players averaging 20, over 20.
But you got to see it like this. When a motherfucker have an expectation that you don't hit, that was unrealistic in the first place, nigga, I won. I know in your mind I won. If you got me at this level, and that's just like the Kobe Mike or Chris Brown, Michael Jackson comparison. If I'm being compared to the greatest of all time, I don't give a fuck who else is next. I'm second.
Yeah.
You're comparing me to him, not anybody else. So you being compared to Shaq, and if he's the greatest of all time, that's a threat directly. Even if you never surpass him, it's still you're next to him, and it's irritating.
So it's like irritating.
It's irritating that you're next to me because you never won 3. And if you win 3, he feels comfortable with you next to him because now you're a champion. He's like, yeah, man, Dwight, all right. He still can't fuck with me, but I pick him on my team first if I had to pick. Me and him, shit. Who fucking with us?
So because I didn't win the championships, then
It's just the way you play. Sometimes people don't like your game, right? Your game is not his game, so he don't like it. If you think about everybody else, he like Joker game, but Joker game ain't like your game, and he know Joker can't fuck with him.
He said he don't like Wemby game, so
because Wemby play like Bobo lazy, and he play like a guard. That ain't big man shit. Shaq is traditional. Shaq wants you drop stepping, dunking on niggas, and doing all that.
Do you think that
and you was doing it? No, for sure. But that's what I'm saying. You was the closest.
Yeah.
You was the closest thing to do all the things that he was doing.
If Jokic get the MVP this year, which he might,
he top 10 all time players.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Or top 7 all time. He got to be up there.
Everybody always talk about all time, right? And it's subjective because if you give me your all time
be
players, it's gonna be different from all of ours. And then if you don't tell me why, I'm just gonna look at you like you're not really serious about basketball because your list is not like my list. That's how people judge it. So I'm looking at people like, all right, all-time list. I just throw random names out there. You know what I'm saying? Just to piss people off because it's like it don't really matter.
It don't matter.
It don't matter as long as you feel like the people that you like are the people that you watched. Don't just throw a random person in there because you think that everybody gonna like that person, like Julius Erving. Like, nigga, you ain't watch Julius Erving.
You ain't watch him at all.
Right, you don't know his game. Even put him in there. Like I mean, like I said, bro, you have a right to talk your shit more than you fucking do, bro. And I was telling Stephen A the same type of shit. Like, niggas, like, fuck all this. And the motherfuckers try to come at you and tell you not this. No, bro, you have more of a right to talk crazy shit than anybody. Even from the Dancing of the Stars and all that shit. Even from all the motherfucking controversy and all that shit. Man, I'm still me. What's up?
Yeah.
Stand on business and don't let nobody, like, I'm big on not letting nobody shrink me. You're not about to shrink my... I wear a crown. You don't think I know what comes with this?
Yeah.
What kind of criticism? What kind of... White people love this shit. They the first people to say, "Oh, king! Oh, they're the king!" Nigga. As soon as you see a nigga see this shit, nigga, wait, man, you better be your birthday. It better be your fucking birthday, man. What you got that damn crown on for? So I have to deal with ignorance. I have to deal with the spiritual highness of it. It's electric. It's a magnet. But the confidence to have to do that, the balls you gotta have to not only wear it, but make it where it's like, you might want to get you one of these.
Man, that's crazy. I got a crown at home too. I got a crown and I got like a little staff, and I'm like, man, I don't know.
But see, my thing ain't about being no king though. It ain't about being no king, man. Because a king is a name and it's a word. But for me, I want to embody not only how I feel, but the totality of the confidence it means to wear it. Like, you can't give a fuck about nobody thinking about you at all.
Because you got the crown on, and heavy is the head that got the crown.
And when I walk in the room, everybody looking, and it's the biggest distraction. Like you said, I gotta put something on, some glasses or something. And I know that. The competition thick, man. You with your chick, man. Listen, when I walk in, she's looking. Just because I got this on.
I put the shades on because
just cause. And I ain't even talking about the other shit. I wasn't even talking. That just... And this the gold one. This ain't even the diamond one. This ain't even the other one. It get real.
You got more.
Bro, it get real nasty.
A lot of them?
It get real nasty. You know
I mean, I really, truthfully, you know, I can understand it and I love it because that's why I asked you about your birthday. You said you were a Libra, you know, so that means you're somebody that's well balanced. You know, you try to live your life in a balanced state. You understand that you've had these experiences. These experiences have shaped and molded you into this person. So now you can move in your purpose. And you don't have to have this crown, but you're wearing this crown because you have the crown of life already on your head because of your experiences.
And the young kids. You know what I'm saying? You talking about the youth looking at like when you looking at like nieces and nephews looking at you like, look, he has a crown on, and they watch Disney and they do all that. They see it as a fantasy, right? And then they've never seen it in real life. Even an adult. I walk in a casino, I got the crown on. They're like, yo, this nigga got a crown on.
That's so
right. But then they adjust that perspective. It's like the second effort on defense. When you see it at first, you're like, yo, what the fuck? And then you're like,
I like that.
That's kind of fly.
That's good.
I ain't never seen that before. He put that together.
Yeah.
That's nice. It ain't too much. It's just, I never seen it before. And I would rather take that and say, listen, man, don't stop and limit your bounds either. You like that shit? You put half of that shit back in the closet because you was like, oh, it's too much. I ain't going. Nah, man, it ain't too much, man. Fuck them. You only got one life to live.
Yeah.
And that memory before you go is the one reel that's gonna play, and that it is gonna remember the fact that you shrinked and you put that shit back in the closet because such and such was picking on you the other day. You was like, man, I spent $2,000 on this mink and I ain't gonna wear it.
I ain't gonna wear it. Yeah. He is so right, you guys. Universe, like he said, this is your universe. This is your one song. This is your one time around the track. And while you have that time around the track, live it. Your one song, when you finish living, how you want your song to sound? How you want people to hear it? You want them to keep listening to your track, or do you want them to throw it away because it's whack? This Dwight Howard, this Above the Rim, the greatest podcast ever.
That's a crazy outro.
That's a
Here we go, Rashad McCants. Yeah,
King Rashad.
King Rashad in the building.
Hey, wait, one thing. All that things he said about the women, that was, he was just
It was
joking.
out. Yeah, it was
lies.
No, it was not. There was
James,
nothing going on. I was drunk. I was drunk. That was
drunk,
intoxicated.
come on, man.
It wasn't me.
I'm his PR. I'm his publicist.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me at all.